fascinating, wonderful young people who've got a slightly different take on life, which is really refreshing, actually. The problem is, it's very difficult to get work if you have autism. Only a fifth of people are in employment if they have autism. Our next guest believes his condition is stopping him from getting a job, despite the fact he is one of this country's top kart racers and a qualified vehicle technician. And look at the trophies behind him. Racer Bobby Trundley is with us, along with his mum, Jackie. It is really good to see you both. Bobby, I mean, look, I've got to start by asking, how many of those trophies do you have?
I think too much more to count. We've got a lot in the attic, so.
And you're only 21. You must be very good at what you do. Look, can we talk about the racing thing first and foremost? Because clearly it is a passion for you. Clearly you are very good at it. How did you get involved?
So I started in karting back in, well, when I was 8, when I ran out of the place, didn't I, Mum? I ran out of the place, was scared and it was a party, and they taught me into it. And basically managed to coach me back on track, and I loved it, and it pretty much took off from there. From 2014 to 2018, I took part in a championship called Daytona D-Max, run by Daytona Motorsport, kart track company in the UK. And I won 5 championships, 3 endurance and 2 heats. And then, lucky enough, during a charity kart race with the Halo project, where Dayton Hill competes, I met a former Team Brit driver, Warren, and got me involved with the team. And I started racing with the team in 2019, being in the BMW 116 Trophy, where I won 4 of the 5 races of that season. And then last year, I made the step up into the team's Aston Martin Advantage GP, where in my second race, I got driver of the day of the whole grid.
Wow.
And now this year, stepping up.
I'm very jealous. Because I like my driving. I'm very jealous. Does the autism help with the driving? Because I mean, I'm thinking of my friend George in particular, who his autism is in some respects driven his passion, or his passion has helped his autism. I mean, it's difficult to know which side it comes from. But does the autism help in your passion for the driving?
Well, in some ways, my autism is like a secret little advantage, I'd say, in some respects, because I'm able to analyse into the corners, for example. I feel like I can, where most drivers, let's use Brown Taxi as an example, that's a second in the UK. Down on Paddock Hill, going down the hill and back up. Most people, you turn in, click the apex back on. I analyse a lot more, so I analyse the track conditions, how much grip there is. If it's been raining, see the dry line a bit better. I feel like I can compute that in my head a lot faster than normal people would be able to. And yeah, I mean, obviously off the track there is some hindrances with my autism, but on the track I love it. It's just like a power to my superpower, right?
Yeah. Do you know? And I've heard that before, and it's a really positive way, an important way of looking at things. Jackie, you must be so incredibly proud of what Bobby is achieving, and yet, of course, you've got these concerns because getting a job proves difficult, which seems ridiculous with someone who is clearly as skilled and as talented and as passionate as Bobby is.
Yes, it's a huge concern, and it's a great concern for Bobby as well, because obviously he wants to work. He's so desperately, along with many, many other people with autism, they want to work. But to actually even get to the interview stage in itself is a major hurdle. The application process, the CVs they have to write, even down to the interview process, it really, really does need to be changed for autistic people, because they don't. Bobby's applied for many, many jobs, and he doesn't even get an interview. It's so very, very hard.
I mean, what do you think, Jackie? Because it wouldn't take an awful lot of consideration from an employer, would it, to be able to apply a different view to an interview, to handle an interview in a different way, to make it more comfortable with somebody with autism?
Yes, it wouldn't take a great deal of adjustment. The application process, for a start, I've experimented, and I've actually, say, for instance, a supermarket job application form online. I've actually experimented, and I've put in autism. You know that we have this person has autism, things like that, and then I've done the same application and not put that in, and got to the next stage. You know, this is so wrong, and they say that it isn't happening, but believe me, it is. You know, and the interview stage, autistic people, they have anxiety, they struggle with strange places and change, and the employers need to get to know the person, and they're not going to get to know them in a situation which autistic people find very, very um, a huge cause of anxiety. They're not going to get to see the real person.
Mm. What sort of job, Bobby, would you fancy doing?
It's a hard question, now, isn't it? So I did qualify which could be a motor vehicle mechanic, obviously, but it's a bit hard. It's hard, believe it or not. Yes, I race cars, but I'm not very good with my hands. I'm a little bit dyspraxic, so with the tools, and I tend to take a little bit longer. But to be fair, I think I might be. I know my car's very. I would like to try and be like a car salesman or something like that, or be part of the motor trading like car dealer terms, you know. So yeah.
I mean, the thing is, Bobby, you've got the passion and the enthusiasm to do it. I mean, it must be very frustrating that you're not able to just get to that first hurdle. If an employer was watching now, for example, what would you say to them about yourself as a person that would make you a good employee?
That's a difficult question, actually.
No, it puts you on the spot. It puts you on the spot.
Yeah.
I know, but how would you sell yourself?
Well, I'm honest. If I enjoy the employment, or like it's something that I love, I would put my heart and soul into it, you know. And yeah, really, just being myself and just be like, yeah, just being myself.
You know what? And it is difficult, especially when you're on the telly, which you're not used to. Let me tell you, you come across as a very bright, a very attentive, and a decent young man. You're 21 years old. I know people don't realise watching at home. You're a good, decent, passionate young man, and that should be something that employers really want to embrace. And I hope that there is someone watching out there who will not just throw you a chance, but actually throw lots of people a chances who you may, on the surface of it, think, you know,
Damn
you
right.
wouldn't have looked at previously. It's really good to talk to you both. I hope this raises some sort of awareness and gets, you know, all employers to really examine who they're looking at employing moving forward. You can do a lot worse than a fine young man like Bobby. It is really good to talk to you both. And I was going to say you could take me out for a spin, Bobby, in one of the carts at some point, but I think I may need a sick bag with that sort of. I've reached an age where I like it slow and steady now. But good to talk to you both.
Good
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Honestly, the fact that someone like that just gets rejected because they have autism just seems absolutely criminal to me. Time for us all to reassess our views, I think, when we're looking at individuals and just look at who they are as people. Anyway, let's have a look at